Welcome to my Healthy Christmas series. Christmas is all about spending time with family, friends, and enjoying good food and drinks. However, it tends to get a little bit too much food, sweets, and wine during Christmas. That's why I've made this Healthier Christmas series, so that you can feel great in your body while enjoying Christmas. Today I'm going to show you how to make 3 mocktails that you will love, so they will leave you feeling fresh and energized without hangovers the next day. Not only are they alcohol-free, they are full of nutrients and there's only pure ingredients. We're gonna make the Cranberry Ginger Fizz, we're gonna make the Blackcurrant Spritz, and we're gonna make the Mulled Wine without alcohol. I'm gonna make the Cranberry Ginger Fizz. It only has 3 ingredients, it's so easy to make, it'll be done in 3 minutes. So let's go. Now all you need for this Cranberry Ginger Fizz is a ginger beer, alcohol-free, fresh cranberry juice. It has almost no sugar, it's super nutritious, a lot of antioxidants, and then a few lime. Now I'm gonna start by just chopping the lime, cutting them in half, and squeezing them into a container. So the recipe here is just for 1 mocktail, this size. And then you just double, triple from however many drinks you are making. So squeeze out the juice of 3 limes at least. I like it to be a bit sour and fresh. That's why I use 3 limes for 1 mocktail. Getting all that juice in there. And honestly, this mocktail, it's not just alcohol-free, it has so many nutrients. And it's completely natural, no added sugar, anything. But of course, if you have more of a sweet tooth, feel free to add a little bit of sugar, some brown sugar, maybe some honey or syrup works very well, maple syrup. I think it's so good without that it's not necessary, but it's all about finding what works for you. We want to find the balance. It's already going to be much healthier without the alcohol. So if you need some sugar to enjoy it, go for that. Now once I've squeezed my 3 limes in there, I'm gonna add the ginger beer. Remember, it's alcohol-free. And right, so we'll add the ginger beer. And the reason I'm mixing it not directly in the glass is so that the glass stays pretty without stains. Just a little tip. And then the cranberry juice, you just fill it up. And you might think that this drink is not so Christmassy because of the ingredients, but let me tell you that this color could not be more Christmassy. All right, so then we pour that beautiful color in there. Wow, love it. And then we're gonna top up with some ice to make it really fresh. I'm gonna just fill it up to the top. Beautiful dark red color. Now you could have made a line here with some sugar so that it looks like ice, you know, it's quite wintry. I don't want to use sugar, I don't even have sugar in my home, so I'm just gonna slice lime, and you just make a little cut on the side. You can place it on the glass, and I think that's beautiful enough. Stir it around. Now let's give it a try. Perfect. That ginger beer gives it a little bit of bubbles. The cranberry makes it super fresh, the lime, perfect combo. So how long did that take? 3 minutes. We needed 3 ingredients, all natural, cannot be better, and I promise you, you will enjoy it, and the next day you will enjoy even more not being hungover. Cheers. Today we're making a Blackcurrant Spritz for our healthy mocktails. All you need are 2 dates, you need blackcurrant pure juice, Vinegar, I prefer apple cider vinegar, some sparkling water, a nice glass to make it festive, and a measuring cup. Now you only need those few ingredients. It's super easy, quick, let's get to it. I'm gonna start by taking out the stone of the date. That will not be very pleasant. And just add the dates in there. Now we want just a little bit of apple cider vinegar because it has a very strong taste. I mean, of course you can add more or less depending on how much you like that acid taste. I'll have about half a deciliter. And this recipe is for 1 glass. Feel free to double, triple, whatever you need, depending on how many guests you have. And you'll find all the ingredients and all the measurements in the video. Then I'll do 2 deciliters of blackcurrant juice. And I'll do some sparkling water for that little fizz. I'll just do a little bit now and I'll do more as I pour it in the glass after. Now I want to blend that because the date needs to be blended in. And I add the date just to get some sweetness into this mocktail. So actually we need to pour it into our blender cup. I just measure it first, that's why I used a different one, but if you have measuring on your blender cup, that's even better. Now let's move over to the blender to shake things up. Now we got it all mixed up. And pour it in the glass. I'm gonna top up with a little bit more blackcurrant and sparkling water because I want a little bit deeper color and more bubbles. Now what I like with this drink is that it gets that nice foam when we blend it. It's really different. Mix it around and I will add a little bit of ice for more freshness. Perfect, see that nice foam on the top there? We need to garnish it with something pretty, so let's see what we can find. Now I'm gonna garnish it with slice of prune because honestly, this color does not get more Christmassy. For some green, you could also add the lime here. You can add some fresh mint leaves. Honestly, anything works. Just be creative and look how nice that is with that dark, deep color there and all that foam. We need to try it. Let me get a straw. Oh, honestly, better than any cocktail. So different, so foamy, so healthy, and imagine how good you'll feel the day after. Mulled wine is such a classic for Christmas. It's just warm, full of flavors, and super full of nutrients, no alcohol. You need 2 oranges, 2 lemons, cinnamon sticks, they smell so good. A mix of Christmas spices, whatever that is for you. For me, it's really those little cloves, it's the star anise, yeah, all that makes me think about Christmas, but it can be anything that you like. Some fresh sugar-free apple juice. I chose this one because it's even biodynamic, so it's really fresh and it has no added ingredients, just 100% apple. And I'm gonna use the blackcurrant 100% juice as well to give it that nice and red color, but you could stick with just the apple juice. It's just because it's Christmas, I want it to be red. And then there is a mix of almonds, raisins, and some cashews in here. I like to mix that in, but some they prefer without, that's fine as well. And then just some water to soften out the flavors, because it can taste a bit too much if you don't water it up. But again, that's your choice as well. Now make sure you have a nice glass handy. I love these glasses with a dark wood to make it extra wintry, Christmassy, cozy. And these glasses are thick because remember the mulled wine will be hot. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're just gonna bring everything to a boil. So I'm adding the water. This is just for 2 portions like this. So if you want to make the portions bigger, you will just follow whatever I posted here on the video and you make it double, triple the portion, whatever you need. Now I'm gonna take 2 deciliters of this one as well. So 2 deciliter water, 2 deciliter apple juice. And let's do the same with the cassis to make it easy. Oh, I love that color, so deep and dark red. Now, orange slices. I'm putting the whole orange slice in to get that nice flavor from the skin as well. So I've cleaned my orange very thoroughly before to get rid of anything that might sit in the skin, even if it's organic, you never know. So I pop that in there. Actually, I think 1 will be enough for this little portion. And you'll see that when I cook, I change a bit as we go. That's the beauty of cooking, you see how you go. Now I love some lemon just to make it a little bit more acidic. Taking out the stone. Again, I think a half squeeze of lemon will be enough here because it's not a huge portion. And then I'm gonna drizzle these Christmas spices in. Not all of them, of course, but I'll take a good handful. Oh, it looks so pretty. And I'll put 1 big cinnamon stick in. And then we'll need to stir it up. We'll let that cook, bring it to a boil, and then you let it simmer for about 20 minutes. Now you could pop the raisins and nuts in now, but I save them to put them directly in the glass. It gives some resistance to the drink, so you have some chewy parts. That's up to you. I know some they love it, some they don't at all. In Scandinavia, we do that a lot. Now it's done. It's been simmering for a while. Let's pour it over. So first, in with those nuts, a little half handful. It's not a big glass, so you might want to use a bigger glass. Do what you want. And let's pour that nice and warm drink in there. Topping it off with that slice of orange and that cinnamon. Wow. Honestly, how Christmassy is that? And the smell. Some people, they prefer to use a strainer to get out the spices that is in. I like to leave it. I'll just take it out if I get some chunks in my mouth, because you don't want to eat it. It's very strong, the anise and the clove. But I like to let it sit there so it just keeps on giving more and more flavor. But that's a tip, strain it, especially if you give it to kids. They might think it's too much. So good. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like these recipes. Please let me know in the comments how it goes, how your guests and kids, whoever you serve them to, enjoy it. And if you want to see more like this, please subscribe to my channel. I'll be super happy to see how your healthy Christmas comes along.